What's up, guys? Welcome to LA AV Club. My name is Jared.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're filmmakers living here in LA. We work on big projects all the way down to small projects.
Yeah, we do some big live streams, but we wanted to create a much smaller version of that didn't take as many people and as big of a crew. And this is the testing ground for that kind of system, I guess.
But we also kind of wanted to create a little community of our film friends and other content creators and talk to them about the way they do stuff.
Yeah, maybe learn something.
Exactly. So on the show today, we have Cherry Dana, who is a content creator, and you know her.
And I actually met her in Australia, and then fast forward maybe 2 years in LA, we went out somewhere, and it turns out that my friend was like, hey, I follow her on Instagram. And then a cascade of texts from a whole bunch of people that I knew were like, yo, how are you with her? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, bing, bing, bing. And I was showing her. I was like, she's like, yeah, like, I have a bunch of fans. And I was like, oh, all right, cool.
So she's an Australian content creator, but also an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of built her own brand.
Yeah, she has her own business. It's her doing it.
That's crazy.
She does probably 80% of everything she puts out. So
yeah, she's her own boss.
Yeah.
And she's kind of built that following on social media and through her website. So it'll be really cool to check in with her and see how she's done that.
Yeah, let's go down to Australia, mate.
Down to the outback.
What time is it there?
10 o'clock. 10 a.m.
Is that early for you?
I was up at 6 a.m. to get ready for you.
Oh my God. Well, you look great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't put in as much time as you did.
Yeah, you should have brushed your hair.
Yeah, maybe.
I made an effort.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to
for
meet
sure.
you. Yeah.
So you're a content creator, I guess, but you do kind of both self-filming stuff and you work with professionals, photographers, video people. Are you more filming yourself or are you more working with like professionals? Because you do both.
Yeah. So from a day-to-day basis, majority of the time, it's creating my own content by filming myself. And then there are times when I work with photographers and be more of a professional feel for content.
Yeah.
It depends on the purpose that I'm creating it for.
Yeah. So I know you had some videos that you wanted to get edited. What were those stuff you filmed yourself or stuff you're filming with someone else?
They would have been videos that I was filming myself.
Okay.
It would be great if I could find somebody to be able to work with on a regular basis to film more professional style content.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit harder trying to find the right fit.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're in Australia, and I figure like most of the industry there would be a little more standard.
Well, I know when I've traveled to the States, shooting with photographers over there isn't the same as shooting with photographers here. Anywhere from shooting, like say, with a 2-hour shoot here to get 6 or 10 edited anywhere from like $400 to $2,500.
Wow.
Oh.
And that's not beneficial for me when I'm trying to create regular content.
Yeah.
Like 6 photos is going to last me, 6 days?
Yeah. She needs like scaled content then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little bit harder trying to find that person to work with you. And that's why I do a lot of content myself, save money. And
I feel like that's part of like your thing though, in a way. Like you couldn't overproduce what you're doing. I mean, you're just kind of interacting with people, having fun, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But for social media, but like you said, like for social media, if you want to post every single day and build up a following.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, but I'm saying the bigger
like,
production isn't even as useful because it's all, now you're just taking like her connecting with people and adding layers of director, a producer, a photographer, a video guy, an editor, this or that. And it's less and less of her voice.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the platform that you're using as well.
That was my next question. Where's most of your stuff go?
Well, a lot of my stuff goes to Instagram or subscription sites. I also have a website that I'm currently splitting into 2 websites.
Okay.
So 2 different genres. And so a lot more content is necessary for that. But I find it's a lot more stress-free on my end and more relaxed with like the editing and filming style if it's directed to my own audience.
Yeah.
Rather than if I went on a broader platform, say like YouTube, where anyone can just chime in and have a look.
Yeah.
I find when you shoot for those kind of platforms, people have expectations of high quality. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I can see that. So Instagram, there's no expectation of quality. And it's kind of true in a way.
There is to a certain extent.
Not on our Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense though.
It depends on like the consistency. If you're always posting selfies, then people just get used to you taking selfies.
Do you have a TikTok?
I do.
Do you use it?
No, not really. I've got a lot of ideas, but I just can't selfie cam them. It's like all my ideas involve someone holding the camera, and because I've been in quarantine by myself, and like my dog isn't really much of a cameraman.
Yeah.
You get like a tripod. You get like just a stationary iPhone tripod.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. She needs the camera to move with her, not just stand still.
Yeah.
She knows how to. She's clearly.
I bounce around a lot.
She clearly figured out how to get a camera to stay in one place.
That
Jared.
could be a laptop.
Yes.
There's no TikTok on our laptop.
Do you ever film stuff using your laptop? Like, so what do you film with? Is it all your phone?
No, I've got a camcorder, and I've got a camera. I've got my laptop. I've got 5 phones. Yeah.
Jeez.
5 phones.
You have almost as many cameras as me.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there is. I told him that you had made drone videos. I'm not sure if you still do.
I love drones. I got a drone like last year, and I've been flying it a whole bunch. And then like we've been doing tons of like drone footage on all of our gigs. So, what drone do you have, and what are the things you like to shoot with it?
So I have the Maverick Pro.
Same.
Okay.
Nice.
I actually haven't used it in a while, but I prefer the Phantom 4.
Oh, really?
That's the old one I had, but it's currently exploring Thailand in the ocean right now. So. That one didn't work out too well, but I preferred to fly that one.
How
I kind of feel like that too.
Well, what made the Phantom, like what made you like the Phantom more than the Mavic? Because I love the Mavic, but what were the pros on the?
Well, you have the Mavic too, Pro too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know the Phantom's a lot bigger in size, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt to like travel with and stuff, but I preferred like the legs on it, being able to, if you wanted to like catch it, it just had
okay.
hold and things like that.
I feel like it was steadier in the air too.
It was heavier.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a little bit like it was wasn't as fast or whatever, but it felt better to fly. I felt less sketchy using that than any other drone, I think.
Okay, that makes sense. What kind of stuff did you film with the drone?
Mainly like taking it to the beach, filming like water. Like views of things, not really people.
That's same. That's just I had to take it out to like a remote area. Yeah.
I just like how happy he got. He's like a pretty girl and she does drones. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Best interview ever.
Yeah. He's like my 2 favorite things.
It's been a while. I've been really caught up with my website and trying to build that and working on finding bloggers and other content creators to like get involved with that.
We were talking about photo shoots. So I think we did we do one photo shoot or we've done more?
Yeah, we did. We did one.
Yeah, at my old studio downtown. There, we just basically started shooting photos. And then my buddy who's in finance comes.
Yeah.
And it's her in her underwear and Phoenix is in her underwear and Phoenix is shooting her. And my buddy comes and he's just like, what am I doing? And he takes a picture and he sends it to like everyone in his company. He's like, this is what my buddy does for a living. And I'm not even in the photo. I'm not even doing anything. They're just at my studio. Yeah. Like,
this is what I do every single day.
It was so funny. And I was just like,
got kicked out of the fire stairwell.
Oh yeah. I have a pretty cool photo of her on the fire escape. We got kicked out.
Yeah.
We shot on the street and then in the studio.
Damn. Yeah. When's the next time you're coming out to LA? Obviously when quarantine ends, but
yeah, well, I was actually meant to be there in August for a friend's wedding, but I don't know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, that's like right on the verge of
everything's back to normal, kind of.
Yeah, hopefully
but it's still like summertime. So
what's
like,
it been like down there during this quarantine? What did they call it?
It's pretty crazy, like people acting crazy, but it's really not as bad as what's going on over there.
Yeah, but Australians run it loose anyways with everything.
We're a little bit loopy out here.
Yeah, well, it's a bunch of convicts running an island.
Like
they call it country.
We were fighting over toilet rolls in the shopping center.
We did that.
Yeah, we had that phase. Yeah.
The first week it happened, everything was sold out, and it's just, I don't know why people thought they needed 38 rolls of toilet paper for a single person in an apartment. But hey,
just from like a content creator's perspective, how have you kind of like I was thinking like just growing your fan base, growing like your viewers. How do you grow and kind of build a brand that's like uniquely yours? What's the process been like for you kind of building up your, kind of system?
So I started on social media about 7 years ago. I would definitely say in the times you have to kind of grow with platforms and as they change, like with algorithms and things like that. So understanding the platform that you use really makes a difference. Understanding your audience is massive. So also I find talking to and appreciating and taking the time to acknowledge users that comment or message and show them some sort of interaction, then they tend to interact with your account more on a regular basis, and they really appreciate that.
It probably makes them feel special just because. Yeah. It probably makes them feel special because you're actually
involved.
The time of day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and surprisingly, I don't get too much negative feedback, which is really good. Yeah, and I think it's because I generally try to post like more positive, happier kind of things. So the more of that you post, I find the less people have to like complain about. Yeah,
that makes sense. Well, after this, you'll have probably like 7 more bots following you. Yeah. So that'll be good for you. That's about what we're reaching right now.
Woo!
Do you remember, not the last time you came to LA, the time before when we went to the beach and my buddy Brian was there and he was like, you know her? And then we found out like this whole list of people I know were like following her. And I didn't even really know that like she was like a thing on the internet, And they're like, oh my God. And like all these people are texting, how do you know her? How do you know her? And it was so strange, but it was like one of those things where I was like, yeah, I just know her.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was like, quote, famous.
Yeah. You're famous.
I just met this random chick.
Yeah. I met her in Australia. And then like we just kept in contact. And then she came here and we went out and I was like, oh, like I don't even know if I had your Instagram or anything at that time. Maybe.
Yeah, no, because the first time I went to the States, I think I met you again in New York, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we hung out in New York too.
Yeah, because that's when you introduced me to Danielle.
Yeah. So we actually, the first time was maybe New York, whatever. But yeah, it's like you slowly find out like the other people are like, oh, I know your friend. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. I've been to the States, like I would go every year and I did that for 4 years in a row, but I haven't been back in like 2 years. So I'm due for another.
I have the best photo from when we were in New York. I think it's out of focus, but it's me with her and Danielle, one on each side, and I'm like a rapper. And the whole like skyline of New York is behind us because they're on a rooftop, like the H&M building and stuff.
That is a good photo. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that was my first night in New York.
Yeah, I have to find that photo. It's pretty funny though. It's like me and 2 very attractive blonde girls. I probably look homeless.
Aaron's a homeless samurai.
Oh, and you got into a fight with the bartender. You and Danielle both almost murdered that guy.
Yeah, because I asked him for an order, and like we order shots over here. I don't know if you have like wet pussies or quick fucks or cowboys or.
Yeah, no, you don't order that on a rooftop in New York where drinks are like $22. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I didn't know that first time in New York, and the bartender was like, just figure out what it is you want. And I'm like, I don't know what I can order. Like I ordered 3 different drinks and you told me I can't have them. And he ended up walking away and serving someone else.
Yeah.
And I was so offended by it.
Yeah. These 2, like her and Danielle were like we're going to kill him. Like, they were so mad that we just left, went to some dive bar. And then we ended up at a club underneath the Tribeca Grand. And then these 2 were with the bartenders behind the bar, her and Danielle, and I'm sitting at the bar.
The old guy.
Yeah.
It was like, he's like 70 or something working behind the bar.
Yeah. And these girls are just pouring drinks for people and like handing me drinks. And I'm sitting there, I'm getting so faded. And then we go back to I was staying at the refinery, and I wake up in the morning and the bottle of Grey Goose from the bar, like this size, is just empty. And I was like, oh, we drank it all.
Drank the whole thing.
And so I decided that
That wouldn't have happened if they weren't behind the bar. Like you would not have got that access to like infinite drinks.
Oh, it was so funny though. And then in the morning I realized I was like, oh no, I should switch hotels and maybe I won't have to pay for it because it was probably going to be a $200 bottle.
Actually did switch hotels.
I know, and then I never got charged for the bottle. It worked out so good.
Smart.
Apparently it works.
Yeah, it worked in that case.
So run up your tab and then just bail before it can get charged.
Yeah.
Smart idea.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good time in New York.
How are you handling quarantine? What are you doing to stay busy during quarantine?
Not much changes for me because I work from home. So my dog isn't much company. He spends a lot of time sleeping. But yeah, just working, creating content, and working on updating my website and changing it. So yeah.
Very nice.
Describe your content. Like, what do you make?
I'm just trying to think. I would say it's fun. I do create adult content, but I try to keep it fun, funny, and really girl next door style. But then I also do like more reality style for your PG sides.
I mean, when you say adult, it's not porn though.
I don't refer to it as porn. I guess that comes down to the person who's viewing it and their idea of what porn is. But my idea of porn is more like
actual sex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just do more like strip teasers.
Yeah, that would actually be a perfect way to describe it. I was trying to think of how to describe it.
We should have just jumped right to that.
It's like
that
striptease with like a fun personality, and that's like kind of would probably be it. Yeah.
But I think, part of that's like knowing your audience.
And if they don't like it, then they can just go find someone else who does what they like.
Seems like they do though. Yeah. So
yeah, it's working. Keep doing it. If you could work for yourself, it's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's a lot more stressful working for yourself than working for someone else.
Well, so that's what I was going to ask. Like, what have you learned from like being your own photographer, or your own like videographer? Like, what are the lessons you've learned from being on camera talent and having to record yourself?
That it's really hard to explain to somebody. I've found there's a lot of creative content people out there that lack a lot of vision. Yeah. And it's hard to take your ideas in your head and try to explain it to someone who apparently is another creative, and they just can't interpret it in any way, shape, or form close, or even in a new sort of way that is good.
Yeah. I remember you were talking to me about like a series thing you wanted to do. And you talked to someone and you talked to someone there, and they tried to like force it into like a television show format.
I spoke to 3 people that have tried forcing me into a TV series, and I don't want to do a TV series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it was like, no, you have to have this, and then you also have to have at like this point. This like it was like the reality TV.
But this isn't my vision for what this thing is.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do that.
I keep getting pitched the idea that I need to sell it to like Netflix or someone. I'm like, I want it to be based on a website built around an existing brand to add on to that.
Yeah.
And I think there's more eyeballs on it too, because I think traditional television is kind of dying. So like having everything web based and like social media based, I think that it's probably actually going to make you more money and get more views anyway, you know. And
you're in more control. Then you just come then the network ends up being your boss.
Control.
Yeah, I know.
And plus, then I'm still targeting and building off my existing audience. So.
It's just you're in control though. Like if you want to do something different with Instagram, and there are external factors. YouTube algorithms change and subs fees and this and that.
It's growing with it, like you said. Yeah, it's adapting as it changes. Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I don't know. Maybe we'll hit you up again. I don't know. It seemed to work out.
Yeah, who knows? If I can't find anyone to film my ideas here, I might just be like, guys, come to Australia.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem going there. I loved it down there.
I've never been, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. He'll bring some small cameras with him.
Yeah. Aren't there like can't like everything kill you in Australia?
I'm assuming there are a lot of things that can kill you, but are you asking if I come across them on a daily basis? No.
Okay.
Yeah, like
it'd be more fun if you did.
They're really scary and big, but like the biggest ones you get in your house, the huntsmen, they they don't bite you or anything. They're just really ugly to look at and they're creepy and yeah. But I don't have any snakes or anything like that near my house.
Yeah.
So we'll survive.
No
Australia.
crocodiles.
Yeah.
No, not in my backyard. Like, not in my little backyard.
No, you're pretty insulated then from the outback. Yeah, you're insulated from the outback. Where can people see what you do? Instagram, whatever.
Oh, my Instagram is at CherryDana27. And my website is CherryDTV.
Awesome.
Perfect. Thanks for coming on the show.
Right, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
All right, I'll take you later. Give us one Australian fact.
Oh, that koalas have chlamydia.
That's a perfect fact for us.
That's a perfect fact. Good to know before we fly out to Australia.
You won't catch it, don't worry.